to 1. Now they're back up by 5. Best turns the corner, pops the jumper. Ball still loose, and Best comes down with it at 5'11". Here's Crozier, corner 3. That's short. And Harper takes it. Derek Fisher. Nice hoop by Fisher.
Well, he's a powerful little guy. Both he and Travis Best, left-handed, both about the same size, will go inside and punish the defense. That was a strong move by Fisher.
Shot clock and game clock virtually identical. Indiana holding for the last shot. Crozier screening for Best. Fisher diving in to knock it away. 2 seconds. Harper for 3 at the horn. And Crozier risked a goaltend by flying in to grab it. Fisher, meanwhile, is down on the other side of midcourt.
2 big plays that time by Fisher. They were able to stay here within 3 points. Fisher makes a nice drive and scores. Then he forces the turnover. So Indiana had a chance, Bob, maybe to push it to a 7-point lead with Shaq and Kobe on the bench. The Lakers did a nice job closing that out, and they stayed within 3.
Reggie Miller is with Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Bob. Reggie, you were able to get some rest, as was Jalen. Will that be beneficial so you won't be out of gas at the end of the 4th quarter tonight?
Well, we hope so. I think only time will tell. You know, we got out to a big lead, but, you know, LA fought their way back in. You know, hopefully the rest in the 2nd quarter will help us down the 4th.
How do you take advantage of both Shaq and Kobe in foul trouble with 3?
Well, they're both smart players. They know how to stay out of foul trouble, and even though they have 3, you know, we know that they're 2 go-to players, so they'll be smart about it.
What will you say to Rick Smits? He has 3. He's been very effective. What will you say to him to keep him in the game here in the 2nd half?
Well, really, you know, Rick has to talk to himself. He has to stay on the floor, and we got to beat him. If he got it going like that, he could put a lot of pressure on Shaq for us.
Reggie, thank you. Good luck in the 2nd half. All right, back to you, Bob.
Okay, Jim, thanks. The Lakers never led at any time in the 1st half. The Pacers led by as many as 10, but LA draws to within 3 at halftime. Stay tuned for Hannah Storm, Isaiah Thomas, Bill Walton, Steve Jones, and Peter Vesey, who has an interview with Larry Bird on Net Zero at the half. You're watching the NBA Finals on NBC.
Ahmad Rashad back in Indianapolis. Phil Jackson told his team at the halftime, too many turnovers, not enough offensive rebounds. Said they're playing aggressive, but they're giving up too many fouls. Also told his team they've got to play the toughest 20 minutes that they've played this entire season, even tougher than they did in Game 7. Also, one update on Kobe Bryant. I talked to Kobe at halftime. He said the ankle is bothering him, but he will continue to play. Let's go down to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Ahmad. Well, Larry Bird told his team he's very pleased with the rebounding, 20-17, second chance points. He's very happy with 12-5. He's very unhappy with the turnovers also. 7 unforced errors in the 2nd quarter. He wants them to protect the ball, and he wants them to read where Shaq is. If he gets the ball up high, he doesn't want them doubled. He also told them, you're 24 minutes away from being back in this series with a great opportunity to win. Bob?
Jim, thanks, and here we go in the 2nd half. Reggie Miller started hot, rather cold since. Lobs to Smits. Smits slings it out to Jackson. Jackson to Jalen Rose. 4 seconds to shoot. Rose leans in, and it comes up short. Here's Kobe Bryant with it. He scored 6 points and had 4 assists in the 1st half. He gives it up to Harper. Harper lost it on his way to the hoop. Kind of a juggling attempt at a shot. And it's into the hands of Jalen Rose. He pulls up and drills the jumper.
I think what you're seeing immediately is Jalen Rose has got to get himself involved. Now, Rick Smits played very well. He had 10 points.
Here's Kobe Bryant with it. He scored 6 points and had 4 assists in the 1st half. He gives it up to Harper. Harper lost it on his way to the hoop. Kind of a juggling attempt at a shot. And it's into the hands of Jalen Rose. He pulls up and drills the jumper.
I think what you're seeing immediately is Jalen Rose has got to get himself involved. Now, Rick Smits played very well. He had 10 points. Reggie Miller 13, but Jalen Rose only 6. And he really needs to be a guy that gets 20-plus points for this team if they're going to win, Bob.
You saw something else on the stat line relating to Kobe Bryant as he fires his jumper, and he's off with it.
Well, he has no free throw attempts, no rebounds, which tells you he's sort of staying out of congestion. There is the foul. That's going to be 4 on Kobe Bryant. So fouls already taking their toll right now. What will Phil Jackson do here? Will he come out and substitute? Will he bring in Rick Fox or Shaw, or is he going to let Kobe Bryant play through this? He's got 4. Let's see if you can post Mark Jackson up and go against him one more time. Maybe you can get the 5th. Right here it is. Somebody's got to help. Smits will have the little jump shot.
And Kobe goes up and blocks it, but it winds up in the hands of Dale Davis, whose open jumper won't go. Bryant accelerating to the baseline and hitting the jumper.
It's an amazing gamble by Phil Jackson to leave Kobe out there. Now, a lot of it might be, too, he's afraid that if he sits down there, he's just come out of halftime, and he sits a long time, maybe he'll really stiffen up.
Miller coming off the screen. Looking for Smits. Smits into the lane, lofts it high over Shaq, gets it back, and puts it in.
This is the most aggressive I've seen him, but I think a lot of it is the fact that he got some baskets to go down early, so his confidence is very high right now.
We played 2 minutes of the second half. Indiana by 5. Kobe Bryant cuts it to 3.
See, Kobe is starting to get back into the flow. Bob, I don't care how good you are. When you take time off with an injury, you don't get a chance to play. When you come back, you're going to be rusty.
The shot clock wasn't operating, and the officials call a halt to things.
You see Kobe here as he goes to the basket. Now, that's his left ankle that he has to plant when he's going that direction. He comes back, so it looks like he trusts it. And this way, he's going to plant that right foot to go up for this jump shot. Hangs in the air. What a tough shot. He knocks down 2 jumpers.
The Pacers repeat the inbound, and now the shot clock is ticking.
See if they go back to Jalen Rose.
He returns it to Mark Jackson for 3. It's just short. Rebound battle won by Shaq.
Kobe wants that ball in the post.
AC Green looking for Bryant, but Jackson has pushed him far from the basket. Doesn't take him long to get into the lane and hangs in the air with another beauty.
Well, it's a bad sign for the Pacers. Now, Kobe picks up his 4th foul, and it almost excites him. He's like now going to the basket, something we didn't see in that first half.
He's doubled his point total in less than 3 minutes. He's got a dozen now.
See, Mark Jackson's got to be very careful he doesn't get him out of sync here trying to go at Kobe.
That worked like a perfect pass. It was a wild shot over the outstretched arm of Shaq, but Dale Davis was there to receive it and stuff it back home. Here's Harper all the way to the rack.
Mark Jackson just ran right beside him, and Harper just takes the ball and lays it in the basket. Larry Bird could not be happy with that.
The Lakers, who have never led, are again within 1. Jalen Rose. And now LA has a chance to move in front for the first time tonight. Kobe Bryant had it knocked away. Here's Reggie Miller back to the front court. Now it's Jalen Rose over Bryant.
We saw this in the Portland series. Remember when Kobe got in foul trouble? Portland really went at him because he struggled playing guys in the post. That time Jalen Rose had an easy shot. He just missed it down there.
Rice for the lead, and LA has it.
We talked about in the open. Glenn Rice put himself in a position where he was going to have to perform, and he's doing it tonight. He pulls up and he hits the jump shot to give the Lakers a 2-point lead, and the bench is very excited about this. They've gotten off to a good start here right now. Larry Bird wants to calm his team down a little bit.